Hello and welcome back to Reddit League. This week, in week 3, we're going to be playing our first world map of the season in Lakes of the World. Now, for those of you who know me, you'll be aware that I'm not too fond of world maps generally in Reddit League because, well, I pretty much never play world maps at all, so I'm a bit out of practice with them, and also I just don't really like themed maps like that, especially when it's like lakes, because what it leads to is you're either going to find a location 5k pretty much, or you're going to be super far away, which means that pretty much one mistake will ruin your chances of getting any points. If your opponent makes a worse mistake, maybe you still get a point or two. Maybe you still get a win. Well, you're not going to get any bonus points for sure with a mistake here. So if you don't get a win, then you're left with no points, which is not nice. Anyway, I'll give you a quick view at the standings, which right now look pretty nice. For those of you who follow the Ligue 1 Commu as well, you'll know 3 of the top 4 are me or my teammates. So that would be nice. All 3 of us getting promoted. I'll take that. We're just gonna get Clyde out of there. Yeah, I did win against Guelo last week. Pretty much came down to Guelo not finding round 5. Which I did think was a possibility. That was one of the more difficult rounds of the seed. And he would have beaten me otherwise, but I mean, you got to find all of the rounds. I mean, I didn't find round 2 in the first place, so yeah. Which means we're in 4th place now, because we've had some pretty good scoring opponents. Score difference isn't all that impressive compared to the other 3 ahead of us, but our total score is still fine, and 6 points is 6 points. And today, we're going to be playing against Pluki, who, in terms of total score, is a whopping 95 points behind us. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting match. I don't think I've ever seen Pluki play a world map either. He's taken part in some of the competitions I've taken part in on Reddit where I didn't make videos for them. Like there was one cycling themed competition where you basically just had 10 stages where you went through, well, there were 2 competitions. The first one was the Tour de France and the second one was the Vuelta. The first one was through France, and I'm not going to be comparing my score against him on that one. And the second one through Spain, I think he came second in the end and I came third. So I know he's a very good player. Again, just I haven't seen him play world maps really. Now, let's get on to the other seeds, starting off with the Division 5 seed. And as you can already see there, you can't see any pin locations, so it can't have been too bad, can it? It was okay. You can see me there like 5th, and 5 minutes Lakes of the World. Most people are going to find most of it. Boxer in 12 minutes. I didn't take much longer, but just rounds 3 and 4 were a bit annoying. Let's look at them in detail. Round 1 was in Turkey, just outside of Ankara. It wasn't too difficult to find. I'm not even sure exactly anymore what I found. I think I might have just found a sign saying, "Hey, here's Ankara." There you go. Was it like that? Yes, I think it was like down here somewhere. Was everything I needed to find. Yeah, no, actually I think I went north, but even going south, like you have everything you need right there. Yeah, obviously I went north. I can look at it on the map. Yeah, there was a sign saying, "Hi, here's Ankara." And then there was the Kronos Hotel, as you just saw there. So it made pinpointing relatively easy. I say relatively easy. I was like 100 meters off, but it's a world map. Who cares? It took me 45 seconds. That's the important stat. Round 2 then brought us over to south of Chile, into a town called Chile Chico, which it told me right around here. And I did remember I practiced like 3 games of Lakes of the World, and I had one location that was down here, where I didn't see a sign or anything, but I did remember seeing Chile Chico while looking for that one. So I remembered it being somewhere down there, and I mean, look at the landscape. It fits that region. So I just looked down there, found it relatively quickly. Pinpointing took a bit actually, because this is not exactly the most the road with the most features, so to speak. So it did take me a minute 25 to get sort of in a range where I'm like, okay, I'm like 150 meters. I'm within that. Then moving over to round 3. First round that took a while longer. Oh, there's Hunin. Huh. I literally like I went in there like right away. The sign said basically you're in the prefecture of Hunin. Um, there's the Reserva Nacional de Junín. I spent 5 minutes. I also, well, I went into there and found out we're near Hondures district. Um, and then I just started looking for Junín, which I had no idea which country it is in. Because I remember the Junín, like it's something that you see quite a lot. I mean, it's a big region in Peru, I guess, and there's also, but I just couldn't really connect it with anything. So I kept looking for Peru, looked a bit in Bolivia, looked through Argentina, looked through Chile. It didn't help that it wasn't exactly the most distinctive region. Like, could find that in any of those countries. And eventually, I found a sign that did actually tell me, "Hey, you're in Peru. Good luck." Um, and then I did find Junín province. And eventually I found Hondures district near the lake and managed to pinpoint myself with a couple of seconds left. But even then, even after that, I looked through that a bit and I did not find Hunin anywhere. And there it is. Okay then. And then round 4 was the other terrible round in that seed. In Sri Lanka. Was it that actually? Because all of yeah, Ambalan Oya. Ambalan Oya is pretty much what it says. So not that, not Ambalan Oya, Ambalan Oya. Island is what it said. Everywhere. It's now I don't know about you, but does this look like an island to any of you? It doesn't really to me. No, no, I don't see any island here. I mean, Sri Lanka as a whole is an island, but that would be ludicrous to put on signs saying Ambalanoya Island. And eventually, once I made my way up here, I found a sign saying we were somewhere in the general region of what was it? I can't find these anymore. Ampara, I think it was, and one more that I can't find anymore. Batikaloa, those two. So I found those on the map, and then I was like, oof, I guess we're somewhere down here. There's a lot of lakes here. I guess might be this lake, but no, it was this lake over there. I don't know. And then round 5 was another relatively easy one, just right there in Posadas. Actually, like right there, I think somewhere it told me here, I think. Therefore, all of these weird lines. It told me we're in Posadas, and well, it was pretty. The region was pretty obvious just from seeing what it was. So I found Posadas within like 30 seconds, and then it took me like a minute and a bit to pinpoint because this was not exactly the most standout spot. Kind of looked a lot more like standalone, where it kind of looked like you'd have this, but cut that away and make water out of it. Therefore it took me a while until I eventually went all the way down here and saw, okay, this is this inlet here. That's easy to find. Anyway, Division 4. Let me just point you towards this here. And also let me just point you towards this here. Yeah. All right. Yeah, super easy seed. It started us off in Sao Paulo, near the small town of Buritama. I found an 18 area code somewhere relatively close to the start, telling me we're somewhere in the big state of Sao Paulo. And then eventually over there, I found something saying Buritama. And I just went, all right, Sao Paulo, where's some lakes? Here's a lake. Oh, there's Buritama. And this one was right at the start, the Barco Odisea Oficial, which made pinpointing fairly straightforward. And that was the second longest already out of the 5 rounds, and that was fairly easy. Round 2 brought us over into Turkey again, a common theme of this map, apparently. Turkey has a lot of lakes. Near Shat Baraji, I guess, something like that. And I actually went down here a bit and then found a sign that was like 8 kilometers, 9 kilometers to Chat, and then like 200 something to Bingo, I think it was. And for some reason, I thought Chat was like a big city. So I kept looking over here for a while because it just reminded me of Van and that general area. But eventually I was like, maybe it's not. I looked over here and found it without too many troubles. And then this wasn't too hard to pinpoint either. It took me a whole lot of 1 minute 22. Yeah, it was fairly standout. You had that curve there, and you had this piece of land sticking into the sea, not sea, the lake, which made it relatively easy to pinpoint here as well. Before we went over to round three, which was the one that took me the longest in Oregon, I had to. It wasn't difficult to pinpoint. You had the Hagelstein or Hagelstein, if you want to pronounce it American, county park here. But it took me all the way to down here until I found a sign that was like Kiama Falls, Oregon. Terminal City. That's an interesting name. Um, so yeah, I saw. Oh, it's actually Klamath Falls. Never mind. I saw that a couple of times, but obviously I've never heard of it. But it did say then OR behind it, so I was like, okay, Oregon, and then it stood out relatively quickly. And yeah, again, pinpointing was just fairly easy. You saw this little side road there, so yeah, not a big task. And then the quickest round of the five was over here in, well, near Baltimore, the Liberty Reservoir. I can show you that one. Basically in real time. You just went over here. There was a sign saying Maryland on the 26th. And I think there was another one that told me something about Baltimore. I don't remember where it was exactly. Was it here somewhere? No. I can't remember where it was. But even just for confirmation, I went over here, looked at the intersection here. That confirmed everything for me. And yeah, just a very easy round. Then number five was down here. Another pretty easy round. I've had so many rounds in the south along the coast of Uruguay that I can just instantly tell, okay, this is just South Coast Uruguay. And in there, I found a sign saying, okay, you're entering or leaving. I don't remember anymore, Manantiales. And then I just looked along the south coast of Uruguay until I found it. And well, there's a lake. So yeah, this was actually a bit annoying to pinpoint. Not on a world map, but if you had a country map where you only got like 15 or by now it's 25 meters of leeway, because the coverage cuts off here. It lets you go until exactly here. And then you see, well, the road goes on a bit longer and there's those houses on the map. But even on the other side, there's not really any reference point too close by. So this is actually quite annoying to pinpoint. As you can see there, like 45, 66. Some people got relatively close, but yeah, in general, not the easiest pinpoint there on, or it wouldn't be on a country map. On a world map, whatever, just put the pin down there somewhere. It's on that road. It'll be fine. Anyway, then the Division 3 seed, which annoyed me. Started off down here. Probably one of the easiest rounds of all of them. 34 seconds. I think that might have been the quickest out of all of them, yes. Right next to the intersection between the R57 and the R714. It also told me we're near Bethlehem, which I know where it is. Just over there, and then you have that lake there, and you have that little side road, and everything's just super easy. Did anyone take super long for that? Some people took a bit longer, but yeah, probably I'm assuming they went north and not south. In which case, yeah, it might be a bit more rough. Then round two, over in France, and middle of nowhere France can always be a bit annoying to find. Apparently, people didn't take too long for that. When I took 3 minutes 18, I had to make my way all the way over here before I found a sign that told me the A5 is somewhere close, and the A5 is here. And there's the Parc Naturel Régional de la Forêt d'Orient. And yeah, that was what I found on all of the towns pretty much. I also found signs for like the D50 and the D79 towards Pinet and Brevon. But yeah, not the most difficult round, but if you go the wrong way, I can totally see yourself getting stuck somewhere and not necessarily stuck, but like going into the middle of nowhere and not finding any good signs and not getting a perfect score there. Round 3 brought us over to Kyrgyzstan. I quite enjoyed that one. Went south here to a major intersection. It pretty much told me, yeah, you can go this way to Bishkek, that way to Narin, and that way to Torugat, which is down here. Here. So I was like, okay, but this reservoir, I mean, I wouldn't say it stands out on the map, but this intersection just fit with what I've seen. The general area, the feel of the location didn't feel like Isikul, and there's not too many other lakes. Songkul is covered a bit, but looks completely different down there at the bottom. This looks completely different, and just this isn't even covered, I think, because the coverage stops somewhere like here. So there wasn't exactly many options left now. And then pinpointing was again pretty easy because, I mean, this area isn't exactly big, and you were starting in that curve and then following the river down there. Round 4 then was annoying. Up there, all the way up there. And yeah, walked all the way down here. Didn't find anything useful. Nothing. I mean, I did find a sign telling me we're in the prefecture of Kanabais, but who would know that? And therefore, like, I didn't find a single area code. So I just had no information to go off of. And eventually I put us all the way down here in Minas Gerais. And that didn't exactly give me many points. And then round 5 was in Bangladesh in Rangpur, which wasn't too difficult either. How long did it take? 2 minutes and 40. Which was... Was I the only one who 5? No, Barry also 5K'd, but took quite a bit longer. Okay. But yeah, it went down there. There was a sign telling me, oh, you're in Rangpur. And then you look at Rangpur and there's one lake here. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. And then the Division 1 seed is the last one we'll talk about before we go into my own seed. And yeah, this was pretty much just the theme of, yeah, I know we're somewhere around here, but I'm just running out of time. Round 1 started us off in Russia, and this one was the only one where I genuinely didn't realize I was running out of time, and I was still figuring out. I went all the way over here to this intersection, and there was a lot of distances. There was a distance to Moscow, there was a distance to Makhachkala, there was a distance to Elista, and eventually Elista was the closest with like 290 kilometers, and eventually I found some of the other cities that were on that sign, like Ikrianoye, and what was the other one? Halineinaya. And then though I was kind of like, well, wait, somewhere around here there's a big intersection, but we came from the west, not from the northwest. And then I just ran out of time with my marker still down there. Yeah, if I had 20 more seconds, I would have maybe not 5K'd, but I would have been a lot closer to. I would have known we were on this stretch of road, and I guess there's not really a lot of other places it could be. Maybe I could have put myself here, but the road direction doesn't match. So yeah, I probably would have 5K'd actually. Then we go over to round 2, which took me a long time as well for multiple reasons. First off, I mean, pretty close to the start here, there was a sign saying, oh, you're on the GC 604. And I was like, GC 604? It's obviously in Spain, but what would GC be? Like, would it be Girona? No, that's GI. Would it be Granada? No, that's GR. What? There's nothing that's... And then I was like, oh, God's sake, it's Gran Canaria. Then I went to Gran Canaria. And I found another sign, because finding the GC 604 is fucking impossible. I found another sign that was like, you're somewhere close to Tejeda and San Bartolomeo, I think, which I still haven't found on this damn map. I have no idea where that one is. I found that here. And then I was like looking near Tejeda, and I just could not find the GC 604 still. Couldn't really find any big lakes either here, to be honest, but it also didn't really look like a big lake because, well, it isn't. So I ended up somewhere over here. Where did I actually put my pin? Yeah, I mean, just into here, because like, I had no idea which direction I'd had to go from here. It might as well have been this one. Might as well have been, like, I don't know, somewhere else. This one. And yeah. Round 3 then. Actually managed to 5K that one for a change. down here. That was terrible as well though, because I pretty quickly went like south here and saw a name for like a small town or something like that, which doesn't show up on the map, but also saw customs in like 400 meters. So I was like, okay, customs. And for some reason, like I was convinced it was Eswatini. And when I went back, I think here, back to the start and then went north and I saw, okay, you're on the R570. I was like, oh shit, we're not in Eswatini, we're in South Africa. And then I looked for customs like up there because there's the 572 and I know the 500s are up there. And I felt like I recognized Yepes Reef, well, because it's a border town, so that's why, but couldn't find that up there. And then eventually I was like, maybe it's down here. And then I saw Yepes Reef with like 4 seconds left or something. And I managed to pinpoint exactly because it wasn't exactly difficult. But yeah, like 5 seconds less, and I would have got like maybe like 4,000 points somewhere over here. Literally just 5 seconds. And then round 4 was all the way up here. That confused me so much in Curacao. Confused me so much. Oh, there's Salinia. I think I might have seen that one. I'm not sure though. Ah, there's Montagna. Montagna. There's Montagna. I definitely saw that. I didn't see it while looking for it on the map, of course, but I saw it while playing. Pretty much it took me like 2.5 minutes to figure out it was Curacao. I had literally no idea where on earth we were until that point. Until I found like one of those typical Curacao signs. You know the ones. Let me just quickly see if I can find it again. I'm assuming it must have been somewhere like here. Was it here? I mean, I went down that way, so there must be one pretty close by. These signs. Yeah. Just blue and with the name and then the distance. I found one of those and I was like, oh, it's Curacao. Huh. But yeah, at that point, I had little time left and I didn't find any of the names on any of the signs I found. That's actually a lie. I found a sign right here that was like 10 kilometers to Otrobanda. But it said to the, I don't even remember which direction it said. I think, let me actually look that up. Because I'm now curious if I just in a hurry made a dumb mistake or if the sign generally told me something. Well, it said Otrobanda kind of to the north. Which I guess would make more sense if it's here than if it's here. But yeah, I found that and nothing of the others, so I was kind of like putting myself 10 kilometers away from Otrobanda, now went the wrong direction. And then round 5 was another quick one to finish it off right here in, well, close to Dubai. There was a sign pretty much straight at the start that was like, you're on the E311. And there's not many lakes on the E311, even though the road itself is like really, really long. And I did not see a lake from the starting location, by the way. I did not see one, but just assuming that there would have to be one there, I checked, okay, there's a roundabout here, there's this weird structure here, so, well, we've got to be here somewhere. And I was right. Those were the other 4 seeds. So I'll see you guys in the Division 2 seed. Alright, as nervous as always. Probably even worse than the first 2 weeks. So let's just go. What have we got? Huh. Well, a dead end in one direction is usually quite nice. This looks like Japan. For some... Yeah, it is, I think. That could be interesting. Oh god. I mean, I did well in Japan, so I shouldn't be this worried, but 3.5 minutes to find some random location in the middle of nowhere? That's not easy. Especially if it's this, Koshindani Ruins. Probably nothing there. Especially if it's this remote. But we're getting somewhere here. It's not quite as remote as I thought. Did you have a phone number? Oh, 853. That might be an area code. I'm not sure, but I would hope so. Anything here on this sign? Route 431 and Route 9. Okay. That I can work with. 431 has gotta be here somewhere. It's 432. And Route 9 as well, 431. Lake Shinji, possible. And the 23. Route 431 is north and route south. 23. There's the 23. So we're on the 23 somewhere. I think we might have just crossed that river south of us. I think we went south, right? Yeah. Oh, we went north, but we came from the south is what I meant. There is... There isn't actually a river. Actually, is there? No, there's no river here. Oh, there it is. Never mind. So we crossed that. We came from the south. We might be in that park. Somewhere around there. Let me go back to the start. That northern curve. It might be here. Well, that was obviously a dead end. Yeah, I already forgot about that one. Let me just figure it out. Okay, that comes in there. Could that have been the He River? I'm not entirely sure. We might also be here. Is that an airport though? That might be an airport. Let me go. I've got 47 seconds. Let me go back to the main street. How far south did I have to go to get to the river? And on this road. I think I then went over there, didn't I? I'm not even sure. Actually though, did I cross this or did I cross this river? It might actually be up here. Could we be up here? I'm not sure, but no, I went north to get to the river. Oh, I'm so confused. I don't think we are there where I clicked, but I don't know where else we could be exactly, and we're probably gonna lose a couple points here. Down there. Oh, yeah. Now that I see it, I'm like, okay, but I did not see that there was this part of water there. That's why I didn't even consider that. All right. Well then, round two. Turkey, Antalya. All right. Somewhere here. I'm not really seeing a lake. Oh, there we go. Demren 7. We might... Mugla and 280. Well, that doesn't help. That's over there. I'm not confident. I should just continue. I'm not confident that we actually are in Antalya city, or even though it said so. It might just be like Antalya province or something like that. I'd rather continue along here a bit. This is a big lake. That should stand out, I think. This is Antalya province, right? Yeah. Are there any big lakes here? There's the sea, but big lakes, I don't see any. A small lake here? No, there's no big lakes here. Which is slightly confusing. Okay, not an important sign. Iskele. Nothing here. Aya. Restaurant. Not a city name. I really hope it is actually a lake and not the sea. That would be annoying. Yeah, but tell me which city I'm entering. That would be great, wouldn't it? Oh, there you go. Bemelek. I mean, there's Bilik. Close. Let me go back to the start. Let me look at that sign again. I'm not even sure it does tell me we're close to Antalya anymore. Demre. See. Demre is something that stands out because the city looks big. Got 26 seconds, for God's sake. There it is. Fuck's sake. Okay, I found it. But where did we start? Go north here. Here? Here? Yeah? Here, actually? Yep. Whew. Well, that could have ended terribly. We were in Antalya, the province, not the city. And we did eventually end up finding it, as did probably everyone else, but no worries yet. We did find it. Next round. That looks a lot like Jordan to me. But it could also be the UAE. Yeah, it is the UAE. Alright, I'm pretty sure I know where we are. Not 100%, pretty sure. I mean, with this kind of look in the UAE, there's not a lot of places that you've got left. Kind of have to be up here somewhere. But where are we exactly? Korkwire. Well, 16 to Galila. And 23 to the border crossing. We're on the 18? Really? There is no 18 here. East. Kind of. I'm confused. And there's the 18. Wait, that far down? That does not make sense. We're 23 to the border crossing with 16 to Galila. Wait, what? That doesn't make much sense either. I'm really confused. 16 to Galila. Must be here. We must be here somewhere. Is there a lake down? There's not even a lake down there anyway. Let me go north. On the western side, there's a little bit of a lake. Pretty much go north here. This is towards Kebda. Okay. Could be this one or something like that. Kind of going straight north. And then eventually it bends a bit over to the east and continues doing so. This, yeah, that looks about right. Yeah. And right now we're roughly where we had a location formula G, which is why I know this in theory. We have to be here. This thing here, this little thing, it has to be this one, I think. I'm not sure. But, right, what about this one here? That actually might be this one. God, I hate this location. There's quite a few roads to the south here. Yeah, these are these ones. How far away am I from them? I'm pretty close. Yeah, I guess this is gonna be fine. At max, we're gonna lose a point, and that shouldn't matter. Slightly further over there. Yeah, even further, 89 meters further, but whatever. Oh, it's not bad. Okay. Right, round 4. Oh no. Oh no. What is this? Shit. Bandakita Park. Oh, it's Malaysia. Never mind. That's not going to be that bad. The E25. For a second, I thought it was Indonesia, and I was really worried. But, nah. E25. Are the E25 national roads that just go through everything? Yep, here. Does that continue somewhere else? Does the E25 towards Lata? Don't know where Lata is. There's Lata, apparently. Barat Lata. And, I mean, this is a lake. Is there another lake here? Probably somewhere. What have we got in the other direction? This is relatively recent footage. Alai Police Serenda. 1. On 1 towards Rawang. There's a 1. Serenda. Was that it? Is that what we just saw? Yeah, Serenda. Okay. So, we're south of it. Here. Came through here, I'm pretty sure. There's one road that goes west. And there's a bit of a turn. Yeah, sort of. Oh, wait. That was a bit too fast. I go over here, I'm immediately met by that gas station over there. So it might even be a bit further over here. Not much, but a bit. There. Even further. I mean, I can just click 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, sort of 12, 11 and a half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Just a bit closer to here. Yeah, I think that'll do. Yep, 5 meters. Very nice. Oh, some people dropped out of there. All right, one more round to go. Please. Are we in Malaysia again? This feels somewhat familiar. I hope so, because the alternative is we're in Indonesia, and I don't want that. There's a sign there? No, brilliant sign. I have a specific area in mind this reminds me of. Am I right? Not really, no. This is not the area it reminded me of. We're not too far away from Kuala Lumpur on the 55, 6 kilometers to Kuala Kubari, so we're here. Nice. Very nice. Oh, this is interesting. Wait, directionally, we must be over here. That must be the dam. It has to be. This road goes over here. And there's the dam lookout point. Absolutely. So we're about halfway down this road and we're on the western side. That should be good enough. Yep. Nice. All right. That's another guaranteed point at least. I don't know. I don't think Plugu will have played yet. No, he hasn't. But I mean, a guaranteed point is something I'll always take. Actually, probably even 2 guaranteed points, because it'll be very hard to not be in the top 50% of my division with that score. It's possible still. I don't think anyone has played yet from my division. Nope. But yeah, we'll see. I didn't do too badly. The round one was annoying now, given that uh, I could have had a perfect score. Well, whatever. Yeah. I mean, these two rows separately, if I had seen that, would have absolutely told me that was the right place. It was just, as I said, I did not see this. Let me actually go back into that. It was there. Yeah, there. I just I never realized I crossed this place. Because I knew I went west pretty quickly, but I never realized I crossed this. And if you go up there and don't cross like you couldn't in real life, you'd have to travel all the way up here somewhere. And I didn't think I would have done that. I did say at one point I might be in Lake Shinji West Bank Shoreline Park, which placing me there would have been a bit better, but whatever. Yeah, we'll take 24,997. It is the best score I've ever had in Reddit League on my own seed. Beating even the one that the record I pretty much just put up in Japan for myself. Yeah, so I'm happy for now. We'll see what happens when Pluki plays. Maybe I won't be happy anymore, but I've got nothing to really blame myself for. So I hope you enjoyed watching. Thanks for doing so, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.